Introduction to Liberation Theology for the spring of 2019. Just a few things I want to go over now that you've all turned in your first writing assignment, or rather, some of you have turned in your first writing assignment. Please do take note of the syllabus and the expectations in the syllabus so that you are aware of what's going on, which leads to the writing. I have graded the first writing assignment, that is Jesus and Interpretation, an excerpt from Howard Thurman's Jesus and the Disinherited. So for those of you who did turn it in, I've graded it and made comments on it and sent back to you the comments on your paper. Just a few quick thoughts on that. Although you are only doing it for Jesus and Disinherited, whenever you are citing material, be it from the book, the assigned text, or another other book, make sure you cite the sources. That is, footnote or parenthetical reference or some other way to indicate that you have cited that particular source. Also, for citation, make sure you include a bibliography page because we are in an academic setting, so do make sure that you include that as an academic endeavor. Along the same lines, grammar in the paper. Make sure that your spelling is correct, that you have your correct verb tenses, and so on and so forth, because that too is a part of the grade. But perhaps more importantly, make sure you respond to the question that's being asked. I'm not looking for opinion papers necessarily, but I do want you to respond to the question that's being asked on all of the writing assignments. So just keep that in mind as you're doing that. And also due dates. Whenever a writing assignment is due, make sure that you try to get it to me on that due date, on or before that due date, because I do deduct 5 points for each day that a paper is late. So please govern yourselves accordingly to make sure that you avoid turning material in late. And I've tried to space out these due dates pretty much so that you can have ample time to read the materials, structure your response to the question, and get it to me on that respective due date. So these are just some of the things I want you all to be aware of. Um, Now, again, if you have any questions regarding any of these things, please do not hesitate to call me or email me. My contact numbers are on the syllabus. Um, and if you call, I'm not in my office because, as some of you are aware, I'm also an associate professor at FAMU. So I may or may not be in my office when you call, either in class or off, always doing something, but I do tend to call you back as soon as I possibly can, and I do respond to emails. So again, just some things that you often need to be aware of in terms of the writing assignments. All right, thank you very much.